It's basketball this week back at Alumni Coliseum, and we'll talk about it here on Inside EKU Sports. We begin with the man in A.W. Hamilton. Your team has now won 3 games in OVC play in a row on the road. That's the longest road winning streak since 2011, and you're doing it by taking care of the basketball, team play, and getting leads in games on the road.
Yeah, we gained a lot of confidence in that Tennessee State game, Stotts. You know, we were able to close that game out. It was a tight game, and all road games that we've been in, you know, on this streak have been tight games. So proud of how our guards are playing. They're taking care of the basketball. You look at Hobbsy, you look at Rashad. Those guys are really valuing the basketball, and it's helping us late in these games.
Yeah, any coach would take these 2 guards making 46 assists and only 9 turnovers in OVC play. As far as Jamaru Brown, he has improved his game. His scoring is way up, but it's up because of the way he's playing in the system, it appears to me.
Yeah, he's not pressing. He's not forcing shots. You know, every now and then he may force 1 or 2, but that's okay. But he's not forcing the issue much. He's playing within himself, and he's getting great looks, and he's been very efficient.
You do not have a deep bench. At max, you're going to play 8 or 9 players, but everybody contributes. I go back to the Jacksonville State game. Cameron Carmichael had to play a lot due to the fact that you had foul trouble with Jamaru and Ty Taylor in the first half. So these contributions, everybody seems to know their role right now.
Yeah, they do. Look, we've had a lot of injuries. We know that. We've talked about that all year. But I'm proud about how the guys have responded. We've battled through a lot of adversity. And these guys, they love each other, Stotts. Our chemistry is incredible. You can see it when you watch us. You can see how the bench reacts when somebody else scores. I mean, this is how great we are, our chemistry. When Cam did not shoot a corner 3 versus Tennessee Tech, the bench went crazy. Like, I'm yelling, shoot it, and everybody on the bench is yelling, shoot it. So that's how excited and you know, everybody is for each other.
It's still not a great shooting percentage overall, but you've inched that above 40%, and in conference play about 43.5%. Meanwhile, the other team 3 times has shot over 50% and lost to you. How does that happen?
So we're getting necessary stops, Stottsy, and we're turning people over. Like, you look at last weekend, we forced 38 turnovers in 2 games, and we only turned it over 16 times. So we're getting more possessions.
So back home, you can't rest on any laurels because you know everything's razor thin in the OVC, and you come in against a Tennessee Martin team that has 2 high-volume scorers in Quentin Dove and the coach's son, Parker Stewart.
Yeah, no, they're a talent. They're one of the most talented teams in our league, and they've played a brutal schedule to start conference play. So you can take their record, throw it out the window, don't even pay attention to it. They're super talented. We're going to have to play well to win the game.
What do you feel is different about your team at home versus the road? Do you see a difference?
You know, it's always great playing at home. We love our fans. We love being here with our fans. We've had the energy in McBrayer since I've been here has been incredible. So we're excited to be home. We're excited to be back with our, you know, the students are back. So it'll be a great atmosphere on Thursday night.
And then Southeast Missouri on Saturday. Yes, they haven't won a conference game, haven't won a road game, but they were really close the other night. Lost by 2 at a really good Eastern Illinois team and lost in overtime at home to Murray State, which is undefeated in the conference. So, again, from top to bottom, anybody can beat anybody in this conference.
They're going to be 2 great games this weekend, Stotts. I can promise you that. They're going to come down to the wire. We're going to have to play extremely well. We got to take care of the basketball. We got to get up and down. We got to press. We got to play Eastern Kentucky basketball. It'll be exciting.
Finally, you play so hard as a team and press. I've had to back off of it a little bit, but here we go into February. How do you keep your team fresh and not let it get into a grind where guys are saying, win spring break, that kind of thing?
Yeah, we've had to do some things different, these last couple weeks. We've had to shorten our practice time up, shorten how much we compete in practice because we just don't have a lot of bodies. So we've spent more time in the weight room and we've spent more time just doing player development skill work. And, our shooting numbers are going up, so I look like a genius right now, but, all that could change. But, we've just had to switch how we've done some things.
Okay, thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Dotsie.
So here's what's ahead for the Colonels on Thursday. As we said, it'll be Tennessee Martin. That game will tip at 7:30. Then the Southeast Missouri game begins at 4 o'clock on Saturday afternoon. We have the coverage at 100.7 FM. It's streamed at EKUsports.com and on the TuneIn app, and also video coverage streamed at ESPN+, but we hope to see you out at Alumni Coliseum. When we come back, we turn our attention to track and field next on Inside EKU Sports.
Every day is a concept that few people can commit to. Every day requires a level of dedication that forces you to test your limits.
Every day I'll give back to the community because I draw strength from their support. Every day the sounds of your cheers will echo through my mind. Knowing that you have my back means I can always look forward.
Every day I'll be too tired to sweat and my bones will ache. Every day will provide me with the slight edge that I need to succeed. Champions are built every day.
At Eastern Kentucky University, we recognize greatness starts in the classroom, but it doesn't end there. You have to get hands-on, get real-world experience, and discover who you are meant to be. Be a crime fighter. Be a visionary. Be a colonel. See what you can be. Visit go.eku.edu/colonel.
We talk track and field now. Hailey Lacy, a senior from Jeffersonville, Indiana, is with us. And you're a multiple athlete. That means that you run the pentathlon when you're in the indoors, the heptathlon in the outdoors, but you don't do it every meet. So you kind of combo everything together. So tell me all the things you do either in field events or on the track.
Sure. Okay, so the pentathlon is 5 events. It's long jump, high jump, shot put, hurdles, and the 800. So that's what we'll do it. Indoor conference this year. And they don't offer that at every meet because it's pretty time consuming and it's hard on athletes. So we do a lot of open events normally. So like this past weekend I did 4 open events, and that's kind of how we train for the conference coming up.
How did you end up in the multi here and the pentathlon and heptathlon? How did your career head that way eventually?
Well, I really just ran 400s and long jump in high school, and I was pretty good at those 2 events, but I really wanted to do Division I athletics, and in order to do that, I would be kind of average. So my coach suggested that I started the heptathlon and the multis, and that's kind of how that started. I wanted to be good, so I'm pretty good at it, so that's good.
Got a college scholarship, doing well at a good track and field program at EKU. So your parents both were college athletes?
Yeah, they were.
At Tennessee, it wasn't?
Mm-hmm.
And then you in high school, you said you played basketball and volleyball, track and field. So you've had, basically you're an athlete in an athletic family. It's always kind of been part of your life?
Yes, very much. Very, very competitive family.
So what is the biggest challenge in a multi-sport? Because you got to be a little bit good at distance, a little bit good at jumping the hurdles. You got to be good at everything. So what's the one you like the most, and what's the biggest challenge?
I like long jump the most. I think just because I've done it the longest, and it's one of my better events. So you like what you're good at, right? But before I came to college, I never did hurdles. I never did high jump. And those are both kind of very technical events. So it's been hard for me to learn those. Those have been my weakest events, but when you get to the meets, it's a lot of fun because you're not just stressing out about one event. You have another event right after that, so you can kind of bounce back if you don't do so good in one. So that's been my.
Joshua Reed was a great decathlete at Eastern Kentucky, and now he's helping as a coach. So. Mm-hmm. Teammate now coach?
Yeah.
I'm sure he imparts a lot of knowledge to you.
He does. He knows what he's doing. He's done it for a long time too. All the events, he sits at home and watches YouTube videos and practice and stuff. A lot of the people in our jumps and multis groups are freshmen, so they were never his teammate, but I'm a senior and I was. So it's kind of funny because we were training partners for a really long time.
Dietetics is your major. What do you want to do with that?
I would like to be a sports dietitian and work for a big university and run their athlete kitchens and travel with them. When you
go through college, you have the academic side, there's some community service, and then there's the competition. Keeping your body healthy, eating well is really important, isn't it?
It is. It's very important. Just finding the time to do it it's really hard because, we've had 2-a-day practices for the past 2 weeks being a multi because you have, a lot of events to do. And it's hard to find the time. You just want to go out and get something fast to eat because it's easy. But if you really want to take care of your body in the long run, that's it's not the best way to do it.
I know there's a lot of events leading up to, but in late February, the OVC Indoors happen in Birmingham. So is that something as a team everybody's looking at and pointing to in the indoors?
Oh, absolutely. We actually, at our weights just yesterday, our coach preached to us. We're about a month out from the indoor conference, and he said, now's the time to focus on hydration and your nutrition and your, get all your education stuff in order so you're not stressed about that the week leading up to it. So we're preparing for it now, and everybody's focused in on that.
Okay, Hailey, good luck to you and the rest of your teammates throughout the year.
Thank you.
Hailey Lacy with the track and field team. Up next for the team, Bloomington, Indiana, back in Hailey's home state at the IU Relays this Friday and Saturday. When we come back, we go back to the basketball court and talk with a Colonel player on the women's side, Teri Goodlett. That next here on Inside EKU Sports.
We are more than just athletes. We inspire scholars. We inspire leaders. We inspire champions. We inspire family. This is the Ohio Valley Conference.
At Eastern Kentucky University, we recognize greatness starts in the classroom, but it doesn't end there. You have to get hands-on, get real-world experience, and discover who you are meant to be. Be a rising star. Be a hero. Be a colonel. See what you can be. Visit go.eku.edu/colonel.
The EKU women have games Thursday and Saturday at home, and we'll talk with 5'6" senior guard Teri Goodlett now. Teri, you played an undefeated OVC team on Saturday in Cookeville and Tennessee Tech. A heartbreaking double overtime loss, but I know it's not a moral victory, but I thought the team played well and you showed what you can do as a team. Take me through that game and how tough it was and how you felt your team played.
I think that was the best basketball we played yet. The whole game, we were in it. We were up at halftime. I was like, let's keep going, let's keep pushing, keep doing what we're doing. But then we went into double overtime. It's like, all right, well, we gotta keep going, we gotta keep turning it up.
Right there at the end of the first overtime, EKU had an out-of-bounds play under your own basket, and you got a shot up, and they called a foul, but it was just a tick after the buzzer. They played pretty good defense on you there, I thought.
Yeah, at the end, my teammates were telling me, you should have shot it, you should have shot it. I take the blame, I should have shot it. But she was closing out on me, and I felt like I didn't have a shot, so I went around her. But the foul got called late.
It's an impressive double-double. We hear a lot of points, rebound, double-doubles, but I love the ones that are points and assists, and you had one against Tech. You had 20 points and 12 assists, so you didn't just score, but you distributed to your teammates. Watching the game courtside, good penetration to the paint and closing out at the rim, that's something that can make you a better team. How did you, as a team, accomplish that against Tennessee Tech?
We just stuck with the game plan. We were running the plays. We were executing our plays. Coach always tells us to have an attack mentality, so we were attacking all game long.
Do you think you're still learning under the new system and Coach Williams? I mean, she has played the game. As we talked when we had you on the show one other time, she played at a high level in high school and then in college at Auburn. She's been an assistant at big schools. And is this still a work in progress, in your opinion, for this team to get used to what she wants and demands of you?
Of course, everybody's still adjusting, but I feel like we take it one day at a time, one game at a time, and we make adjustments. And in practice, we work at everything, the system that she wants us to run. But like I said, we just take it one game at a time, one day at a time.
This week, you will play two teams that are in the upper echelon of the OVC. Again, just like you did against Tech. You as a team are tied for 8th in the OVC, and only 8 of the 12 teams make the tournament. So is trying to stay in the hunt for a tournament spot one of the team's goals?
For sure, it's one of our goals.
And so what do you expect that the team has to do to just get over? Because you played a team that was undefeated, the only one in the conference, and you went double overtime. Here comes Tennessee Martin, who's lost only one. So what do you have to do to pull an upset?
We almost pulled an upset on Saturday. I feel like we kind of got to go in doing the same thing, literally like the same thing, following the scouting report, game plan, executing defensively and offensively, and play like we did on Saturday.
I want to go back to you individually before we wrap up. In watching you of late here over the last couple of weeks, it looks like you have confidence in your shot from three. Do you sense that you are in a good shooting rhythm right now?
I would say so, yeah.
Yeah. Do you work out? I mean, what's the key? Working after practice and working on your shot? Do you put in extra time?
Just getting those extra shots up, yeah. And then I have my teammates and my coaches. They always tell me, shoot the ball, you know.
Yeah.
You have a pretty shot, you know. Just don't even think about it. Just have confidence.
All right. Good luck this week.
Thank you.
All right, Teri Goodlett with the women's basketball team. Here's what's ahead for the Colonels on Thursday. They will tip at 5 o'clock against Tennessee Martin. Then the Saturday game is a matinee game. It begins at 1:30 against Southeast Missouri. West Chandler will have the call at 92.5 FM, 1340 AM, streamed at EKUsports.com, and the video stream at ESPN Plus as well. It is a women's men's doubleheader on both Thursday and Saturday at Alumni Coliseum. Hope you're out to support the Colonels. Like and follow all of our social media pages to keep up with Colonel Athletics as you see them on the screen there. And we'll see you again next week. And as always, go Big E.